Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to Victoria M Properties' very first vlog episode. My name is Victoria McEwen. I am a local realtor here in Savannah, Georgia with Keller Williams. And today we are going to be talking about how much does it really cost to buy a home beyond just the mortgage. The next amount of money that you want to think about saving is going to be your down payment. Now, again, another rule of thumb is that you want about 3.5% minimum saved up of the sales price to pay towards your down payment. Now, there are certain financing options where you don't have to put any money down. VA, USDA, but then again, those are specialized. So, it is a good idea to go ahead and think about these things and have 3.5 minimum saved, ready for your down payment. Next is closing costs. Another rule of thumb, again, is closing costs are about 3% of sales price. Now, this is a fee that you can ask the sellers to cover either all or partial amount of. However, it is traditionally a buyer's expense. So, if you have a seller that's willing to pay it, take it, that's awesome. But do not be discouraged or upset if they say no to paying all or even part of the closing costs. Congratulations, you are under contract. Now what fees come up? Okay, the next thing that comes up is you're going to want an inspection. Now, there are times where a home is sold as is, which means that a seller is unwilling to fix anything that comes up in an inspection report. However, it's still important to know what you're getting yourself into. You're spending a lot of money on something and you want to know exactly what it is you're getting. So, with that being said, there are two typical inspections that you will want to do as a buyer. The first is kind of a structural inspection, and that can be around $350, and that can fluctuate depending on size of property, whether there's a crawl space, so however old the property is might determine how much it costs. Shop around. Or your local realtor may very well know the perfect guy to give you the best rate and a great inspection. The second inspection that you will want to have done is a bug inspection, especially down here in the South. It is hot. You are going to have termites or powder post beetles. You're going to want to know what you're getting into. Now, that inspection is around $50. It can either be put onto the closing documents where you're paying your final check, or you can go ahead and pay it as soon as the inspection is done. Now, the structural inspection, you'll have to pay that within, a few weeks of having that inspection done. It's going to need to be taken care of. You've done your inspections, you figured out everything that was hidden in the property that you couldn't find in the seller's disclosure. You got everything fixed so it could appraise. You move into the home and all of a sudden your dishwasher water line busts. Homeowners Warranty is important. You don't want to have to pay that out of pocket. You've just spent all of this money on a home. Make sure that you cover yourself. You want that warranty. This, again, is a fee that you can ask the seller to cover. I would say go ahead and plan on saving around $500 just in case they don't. If they do, awesome, take it. You're working with a great seller. Next, you're going to want homeowners insurance and flood insurance. Now, homeowners insurance, you can kind of shop around for. It's going to depend on what kind of coverage that you want and the size of your property on what that rate is. So I can't give you kind of a guesstimate of what that price is going to be. Now, flood insurance is set by FEMA. You need to go and find if the property you're looking for requires flood insurance. If it does, you're going to have to purchase it. And you can call and get an estimate of what it's going to cost depending on what type of flood zone that you are in. Now, if you are not in a flood zone, we live in Savannah, Georgia, guys. We had 2 hurricanes last year. You are going to want flood insurance. When it comes to the biggest amount of money, your mortgage, this is something that you will go over with your lender. Typically, they'll give you sort of a breakdown of how much that's going to be, and it'll be dependent on the amount that your property is bought for and the interest rate that you are set at for whatever type of financing that you're getting. We will go more in depth about this topic later in another episode. I'm going to bring a lender on and they and I will discuss in detail different types of financing, etc. Can't wait. It's going to be a great episode. But
you have finished watching part 2 of How Much Does It Really Cost to Buy a Home Beyond the Mortgage. Stay tuned for part 3 to be posted shortly.